This evening I'm honored to introduce artists Helen Harrison and Newton Harrison. The Harrisons are professors emeritus from the University of California at San Diego. They have been in the forefront of producing art as social activism. In 1971, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art commissioned them to create an installation for an exhibition, Art and Technology. This commission contained the first discrete ecosystem used as subject matter in art. Their work has continued to focus on the environment and the solving of environmental problems through collaboration and conversation with others. Their most consistent subject is the systematic analysis of watersheds, both in the United States and abroad. In addition to their many North American projects, the Harrisons have also worked in Europe and Asia. Installations of their work have been exhibited worldwide, and they have been the subject of several book chapters, catalogs, articles, and reviews. Critic Eleanor Hartney has called them the most visionary advocates of this approach to art making and writes that they help us break out of the self-destructive channels of thought that now govern environmental policy planning and point us toward a much more productive relationship between humankind and the environment.
That every place tells the story of its own becoming, and we look for the story of place, and we join the story of place and become participants in a place that we have come to.
And in that sense, history, every place is creating its own history every moment, and every place is decreating its past history every moment. And everybody is a participant in that. And so our work participates that way when we're invited. Since we hold the universe as a giant conversation, if we go somewhere we're not invited, people ask us to, quite appropriately, to go away. They're not so rude as to say go away, they simply don't listen to anything we say, which is okay. This is me 30 years ago. In 1970, Helen and I joined forces and took up the issue of survival, decided not to do anything, any work, and again, that did not address the ecosystem, the well-being of the ecosystem, and our own survival within it, as best we know how, which caused us to reinvent ourselves. So I began to make earth out of shit and sewage sludge and all that stuff. And I followed good practice until it became crumbly and rich, until it smelled good, until I could taste it. It didn't taste so bad. And so I began to understand what a farmer meant when he grabbed earth and stuck it through his nose. And so did Helen. And as I made the earth, she tested it again and planted in it. And we did a series of work called survival pieces that were portable farms because we decided to teach ourselves to be farmers. These were at various museums. This was in the Houston Museum of Fine Arts. Cabbage was pretty good. Beans growing on the upright pastures were pretty good.